Very cool stuff. Billy Orwidge's Aries kits. Look how young he was there. Look how young we all were. Holy crow. Remember planking the top of the fuselage? All the strips. Model trains, always having model trains under the Christmas tree. And some helicopters. The old stick and tissues, polyhedral. Got a nice mural painted on a wall from the model planes. At the other end, a NASA exhibit, the evolution of modeling. Look at this engine, I didn't see this before. That's nice. Engine collections, twin engines. I wonder how you adjust a double diesel like that. How do you get the compression equal? I think this is what Danny has, this air pressure engine. He had this at Bodex. CO2 models. Twin glow. Spitfire with retracts.
Trying to make a model where it would lift up like a what's it? Harrier. That's neat stuff.
It's a pusher.
It's like a helicopter. It's mounted vertically.
Look at the construction inside this wing. Look at this stick construction.
Plans for it. And you see this door.
This is flight simulator.
Boy, what the hell? How in the world? Counter-rotating propellers. I have no idea how
You
that
gotta
works.
both be pushing the same way. When you have a gear train, just to make one go one way and one go the other. That'd cancel out the torque.
Oh no.
I've never
You
seen
want to
this
take it
at all.
outside the sun?
Yeah, for sure.
To do it right, we should line the props up, but, I mean, in this position, they should both be, the top blade should be vertical, but,
Oh, well, they geared somehow, like.
yeah, and.
Is that an operational unit?
No, this is just for display. This is just for display.
Let me get this on a macro. Well, we don't have a. Look at the gear, Joey. Look at the gear doors on this. Now, there's really only 5 of these, right, Keith?
One.
One. I thought it was an MB5. Is that, or is that the designated
That
model
was the
number?
designated model, but there's only one MB5.
And this is the one Frank McMillan model
Yeah.
with the P on the side?
Yeah. In fact, the canopy of his was taken from the same mold this one was.
Oh.
I did the mold for these.
Now his paint job, if I
It-
remember,
he-
was darker.
He had a gray underside. And at the time, that was the documentation he had, said gray, but it has since, it's been proven and verified from the guy who built it. It was never gray, it was always yellow.
Now how does that little canopy slider work? Look at that, Joe, because that's what I want to do next year.
This is just a square tube with a slot in it.
And then the bottom of the canopy has a
Well,
little...
and then it's notched out here, and then it's got just a brass tube slider on, that's a little held in place with a little brass ear. It slides down in there. This
So
is an
that's your
in-gauge
guide.
railroad,
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looked
Yeah.
like the,
but it's about
Miniature
about
railroad.
what the pictures show, and then just a brass tube slider that goes up over
okay,
it.
so that you latch it in and that keeps it
Yeah.
on track.
Yeah,
And
you can
then-
see it notches in from the back here, and then when
That's
it
a great
slides
idea,
forward, it's
Joe.
locked in.
Do you have anything that keeps it closed once it's
Then
in
for
all-
flying, it's not scale, but I've
okay,
got a little pin that
yeah.
screws in, and that's what
Just
the
a
little
lock.
hole is here.
Just to hold it in position. See how he did the panel lines too, Joe?
Yep.
With the, that's what Frank was talking about before when he was
There's
over
more
there.
than just a shading. They're etched as well. There's an etch there.
I see. Etching. How did,
Oh, I
is it,
I took what do you call it?
fingernail file?
No, used three different tools to do it. One was it's like just a weighted ball, and it's got a really fine curve. But that didn't do the best job. The best job was actually it was a rounded, almost like a funnel.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lead outs, 5 moving features.
That's state of the art 1960 technology. But it's sort of a really fine file. Really is what did the best work.
See, Ron, that's what I want you to come up with. You see the way, even though those gears, that's just like non-functional gearing, I want you to come up with that.
See the cockpit?
Have you flown this? Handles?
Yeah, the handle moves. Look at this. Wait.
Wait,
Oh,
wait, wait,
Jesus,
wait.
look at this.
What do you have in here? Three planetary gears?
Oh,
Well,
Oh my, the whole thing moves inside. Look at this. The ailerons make it go side to side,
I don't know if
the
you
yoke
can, I
moves,
don't know if you can get the rudder pedals down there.
and the rudder pedals move. I have to do that out in the sun, but we'll definitely get that.
look at these little gauges all the way back to leather straps. Took some time, huh? Years are we talking about here?
It's been a project that's been going on for a long time.
I love the way the exhaust is set in there, Joe. We gotta think of something cool
Well,
like that.
like even to take the
With
existing.
the Griffin blisters, yeah.
Like that recess.
You won't be able to see this out in the sun. Get that.
You ever fly
Oh, look
just
at the
about
lights.
dusk and turn the lights on? Look at this shit. I can't tell that one.
Now is the tail wheel free cast ring
Can you pick that back? Oh yeah, okay, it's moving.
and it retracts?
Drag it up.
Okay, it'll spin.
It doesn't have retracting gear.
Okay, but it's
Yeah.
self-centering.
It's not spring loaded. I pin it.
Okay.
The key is lock it.
Now, what's the history of this model? It was made in 1960. Frank has told me about it, but I don't know the
First
history.
flew around 1981. This airplane was finished in 81. And
Okay.
flew a couple contests, Winston-Salem 4A contests that they used to have.
Mm-hmm.
And it was flew at the 82 knots. And we were third place with this at 82 knots. It was going to be on the scale team, but they didn't have the scale competition the next year. Fly is good too. And at that Lincoln Nats, why I wiped out the gear or the.
Well, that's right. Lincoln was windy, right?
Yeah. And wiped out the landing gear at landing.
Well, this is some of Keith's scale documentation.
That's the interesting thing. You know all this history about this thing. It's almost like you can just about talk to the people.
Yeah.
Read, research. There's just something special about British airplanes too.
Oh, they had a Spiteful, Fury, Hornet. They had Tornado, Tempest.
Tempest, Typhoon. Yeah, the Tempest. And then it got to a point with development of that. It was like, let's see, the Tempest evolved into the Sea Fury.
Yeah. Well, there were several versions of the Tempest that must be large. They had different kinds of fronts on them.
Yeah, I've been looking at that too.
There's one with the great big deep caliber, and they had one with the saber engine on it, right? With front, a lot like this, but it had more of a blunt.
Yeah, and it had let's see, I forget the term now, but it had one experimental version that had a big, I think it was a radio
Oh,
front.
a great big radio front.
Radio front end, but it had an open end for airflow.
Oh, this is what you're talking about, the color chips.
Angular radios.
Wonder on something like this, if there was one surviving and somebody
This is what Dave Platt sent me, but it isn't these colors.
racing arena.
Is this what?
Did he send you the thing that it was his color chips, or was it?
His color
Philips?
chips.
Okay,
They're not right.
they're not the same.
Oh, so his, even though he's a scale judge, will correct me if I'm wrong. They're not correct? I mean, who corrects?
Oh, yeah, let's not get into this. But,
No, well, as a scale builder, I don't know any of this.
In my presentation I had before, I used the Dave Platt color chips, and they're perfectly legal
Okay.
and acceptable. It's just that I have a local color chips for British World War II airplanes, and they're different. These are approved by the AMA's contest board, so they're legal. So, and somebody's going to say, this gray's too light, but it's a pretty close match to that. And
Okay.
also, who's to say that when they mixed up that batch of gray that day and sprayed
Right.
it on, depending on the weather conditions and how
Right.
well they mixed and everything else,
Right.
and what they mixed to get it, that it wasn't exactly this color.
When
And that's
George,
why-
when George Gatis did Yippee, he came to, I have a friend that's a professional artist, and we went to his house. He's an expert on coloring fire engines red, and Yippee was red. There's 80 million tones of red.
Yeah.
And he said, we have pictures of the same plane on the same day taken with 2 different cameras that it looks orange. Or, yeah, so he was a significant, he was into this kind of detail stuff, like
And how
everything
long-
had to, you know, Georgia, everything had to be
And there's a guy
perfect.
that paints airplanes. He can tell you that there's.
Yeah.
And he, there's nobody better at matching colors.
Every gallon of paint's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can match any color of paint on any airplane.
Boeing, for instance, Boeing building Stearmans, they had different factories building Stearmans, and they were supposedly all, the Army ones were blue and yellow, and they were all the mil-spec colors. But boy, we have samples, original samples that have been protected from back in those eras from different factories, or the same factory, different batches of paint, and they're just really widely different. Widely different.
So, yeah, the Dave Platt color chips are good.
But not the Zenith.
There will be some people that turn up their nose. I respect Dave Platt and what he's done. And they're perfectly acceptable.
What is his?
presentation.
He's basic. I don't know Dave Platt at all. I did in one phone call, and he was very nice to me.
Well, he's expert.
Scale is that his
He's a
forte?
scale builder, and then he moved to the United States, I think back in the 60s.
He was at the banquet, the Hall of Fame, whatever, the Hall of Eagles, or
Well, things about Dave Platt. He came over here, he's made some of the best known radio control scale airplanes in the world.
okay.
And you talk about SBD Dauntless, people would say Dave Platt's SBD Dauntless. He sort of set a new standard when he came out with
Okay.
that thing. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Pretty much like Al did with Sea Furies, or
Yeah, sort of like
I mean,
that.
something whenever you think semi-scale, you
Dave
think
Platt,
Al. No
yeah,
even second
did
choice.
Scale column and RC modeler for quite a while, and you can still get from RC modeler their how-to books on
Mhm.
scale, and all of that's still Dave Platt's articles that he wrote back, and this would have been dating back into the 60s and 70s, I think. He started with this other guy, Pica Models. Okay, you know Pica Models?
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
they've
Big
got
RC stuff.
Big RC
Quarter
stuff.
scale and
No, it was one of the first major companies that did.
okay.
They large scale Spitfire, large scale Focke 190D, several other things, and they also make a twin called I forget what it is. I don't make that twin.
Oh, the twin engine.
Duelist.
Duelist, yeah.
I don't know whether they still make it, but Dave Platt worked off of that, and he sort of been, and he used to work for Top Flight Models, but he's, I think, a nice guy. Some guys people don't like him, but he's.
It was nice to me, and I don't know if it's because he thought I was going to buy
He
something.
won't
or-
talk down to anybody. He sort of thinks he's an expert.
Okay. There was nothing wrong with that. If you're an expert, you're an expert.
Some people thinks he comes on, but
I wonder how this thing was done in Reno.
no.
You know, if it was still around.
He seemed real friendly at the
Yeah,
banquet
like
when he
Miles
made his
Sheldon got
little
his hand
speech.
on
I
it,
said,
something
"Yeah,
like
that's." You know, it didn't come off to me as being.
You ever taken
anything
that in,
offensive.
seen that event, the Reno Air Race?
Let me ask you a question. Somebody who's, I have never done this kind of skill model. Do you think it's
Oh,
even
you don't get any
practical to make
closer
real
than
counter-rotating props, or is that just a pipe?
Well,
I don't
have you ever
mean-
seen Randy Smith's thing?
Yeah, no.
Oh, the
I
cockpit
mean ones that
even
are driven.
opens?
Well, that one, he just free wheeled, and what he's doing was not for thrust, he was getting rid of gyroscopic
Right.
precession of it.
Right.
But the same
Slide
token, he's
forward.
adding to a gyroscopic, he's still adding gyroscopic motion that you have to overcome that inertia. But you don't get the recession forces that you do. Is it practical and stuff?
Even in scale, is it? Because here's what I'm getting
No,
at.
in scale, the only reason you do it is for the impression points.
Oh, when you
Yeah,
stop
yeah,
the engine,
yeah.
that it's.
I do this for static. I'll get some credit for it in static display. And then if I had it for flying, I can call that as one of my flight options. You're limited to 6 options.
Right.
This would be one of my flight options, is the operational rotating rods.
But what I'm saying, this you can't. This won't. You can't run the engine off of that gear drive.
Not what's on here.
Are you going back out to the field later on then?
Half an hour, 40 minutes when Datavio wakes up.
Yeah.
He's hurting from being out in the sun all day. I don't want to push him.
John.
Yeah, he's burned up like a lobster.
Yeah.
Give him a little rest.
Just make sure this airplane.
Right, is there a rule where they can only be like,
No.
2.5 feet away?
This is precision scale. They get.
They can put their.
They get to.
They can measure it and all that
They,
stuff.
they touch it and play with it a little bit.
Can't fly it though. Check it out. That's beautiful. Absolutely. Museum piece.
George Gatus, I don't know if you ever heard this story, brought his P-38 down to the club meeting one night, turned out all lights, turned the instrument lights on.
See behind here.
The oleo's working. Let me get up close and see if I can get that on the map. I'll have to work with the give.
So you had to calculate all that, the spring loading so that
It just dropped.
it collapse.
When I first did it,
So it felt right.
when I first did it, they were too stiff and it didn't work. And then that was before I knew Al Raby and saw how his worked. His, his shock absorption gear is super. The weight of the airplane will press both of his. This will go down on the weight of the airplane only on one. And I've only flown it twice now with this set of springs on it, but it works. This thing is set down and you see the gear going like this.
When you go over a bump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fuselage is just.
You have to add ballast to the back of this to keep it right.
Well, that was the problem when I flew it before.
Frank even mentioned to me about the red that we have. It's not the real red. That's the real red.
Sig red. Right.
Well, whatever.
That's what I fly with.
So
And that was 2 ounces heavier before. And right now, this is a quarter cord line. This line coming
Right.
across here is quarter cord line anyway. And it's right on.
Real close, yeah.
Before
It doesn't
before that
porpoise and
weight
stuff.
came of that spinner, this thing would hang down like that. And when I flew it, before that match, I'd only flown it at almost dead calm. And when it's flying dead calm, you can just keep slowing down and changing the angle of attack enough until it finally will settle down. When I was flying in the wind, I couldn't slow it down fast enough, and have enough elevator power to lift that heavy nose up to get any kind of a flare. So I had to land it hot and fast, and it took the gear out.
So this is the second you had to replace. The same gear, you just had to get it back up.
In fact, you may not even remember, but Art Admission did the main mounts. He did the main lugs that rolled into here. He did his part. They have to be at the right angles, hung at the right angle and so forth. So these things just plug in.
Those wheels are like the scale relative to. It seems like the wheels are bigger than.
They're just a little bit fat this way,
Hmm.
but they're the right diameter.
Are those, that scale outfit, there's, I sent away
They're
a
robot. They're old
Robot,
robots. They
robot.
don't make them like this anymore. They're robot.
What's this little,
Some kind. Before I turn it in, I need to do the same thing that I'm doing here. And it shows up better on this side, the sludges.
oh, maybe, okay. Oh, this is still in touch-up process.
And this is easy to do. That's graphite.
Oh.
If you don't like it, you just take a...
Just take it off.
Yeah, take a alcohol cloth, wipe it off.
Yeah, we didn't think about it. Could do that for appearance strips.
And once you get it on, it doesn't smear anymore.
So you just take a pencil and
Like
basically
graphite
rub it on
Powdered
sandpaper.
graphite.
Graphite lubrication?
Yeah.
I feel like a big monster going into to attack a plane. I can't believe the diameter of the prop is like 1/3 of the span of the wing, in proportion.
You ever watch P-51 get that same impression?
Yeah. Keith, one of the things when we were doing the Spitfires, I used to dream about the propellers. That spinner that's on my plane is so.
And the black tips,
Oh,
black and yellow tips.
yeah. Well, I gave Joe the show prop. I figured he'd use a little cutie stuff. See, now I can see the cockpit real well. All the controls move, aileron pedals move, everything moves. Look at the stick moves. Oh, God. Oh. Eat your heart out. Oh.
I got to fly Frank's Martin Baker, you know.
Yeah.
That was a thrill, boy. Oh, that's a good flying plane. Oh yeah. Yeah, with the sun you can see a lot more. I don't know if you can see right up in the front there's a little, that's a pitot tube or a drain tube?
Oh, they're on the couch.
Little tiny detail. The rivet heads are 0120, is that correct?
Yeah. Triple lot one.
Triple lot 120 screws. Oh, those props. Ugh, we gotta have counter rotators, Joe. That's all there is to it.
I don't know if you can show the oleo on this. Let's see if it's... Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can see the gear move, yeah. Obviously, one of the things has to be a tremendous asset for you is that you know how to fly.
Yeah.
I mean, you have some, like an average scale builder flies once every year or something, and you're flying, you know, a lot more. The props. Oh,
Real life in miniature.
now, is that canopy even similar to a Seafire canopy, or is it? I mean, they didn't use like a generic canopy on a Seafire. It's not. It somehow looks like the front's the same, but it's too high. The bubble looks too high.
Yeah, and the Seafire and the Lake Spitz, they had that too.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, it was different in here.
Blade.
See where I got that idea for the green off of that, you know, the green?
Yeah.
Check out the green in this or the whatever it is.
Sea Fury. Yeah, that's nice. Display Friday afternoon.
It's Martin Baker's.
Martin Baker's right on the floor there, yeah.
that's pretty close.
Make it look a little bit better for your picture here.
That's our red band like that. every one of them faster than anything we got.
What's in your garage?
Scale. Touch and go. Nice. Yeah, he just touched and went too. Ooh, a little hard. of my, always enjoy spending a little time with Keith Martin Baker. If I remember right, he said he made part of the landing gear out of a nail.
He used to race these. It won the 1929 National Air Races from Los Angeles to Cleveland. Not quite on top of the fuselage.
This is like, because it has a carousel.
What do you mean carousel? What's that?
Carousel, high mounting.
Oh, I see.
Below zero. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. This is unbelievable how they did this.
Oh, that thing's gorgeous. Hours and hours and hours.
Oh my gosh. I like the looks of it, how the wings are up, the wing is up. If it was down, it would look like a moon. I mean, not quite, because it's not a squat.
It's totally different kind of lines with it.
I've got 29 at home. Front end takes not a good engine. Front end take, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I think I'm probably 35.
Yes. I have some of the plug-in missiles.
And then the later one, the lightning.
I've got a Lightning Bolt 19, 29. And they're at 40.
Yeah, the 40 also. And the 40 in the rack.
You never get sick of looking at some of the little things you never thought you'd see before. Here's an old 10. Harold Price had a dozen of those when he passed away in his collection. There's a library, it's just stocked with stuff.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
This little thing here on how they make the motors, how the castings are made and dressed and machined.
And Vico, I don't know, either Vico 35 done or the, or the 29?
I like this 19. Wait, is that 20? It's little. Yeah, it is a 29. Yeah, okay.
But that's the old,
Yeah.
yeah, the
But
Verfly.
yeah, I've got one like that. I had a 35 and a good friend of mine wanted it. And won the new 35, which is not in there.
She stayed in the car.
A friend of mine wanted it.
The rain stopped?
They're still drizzling. I gave Derek my cell phone number as soon as Warren left us know something. He said he'd call me.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any Johnsons left.
At 32 to 32, I butchered it when I was a kid. Yeah, it's a shame.
Another Johnson I ever flew, the 35, one of the earlier 35s, if I remember.
Then they came out with the Stun Supreme 35.
I never had that.
I had one.
I went back to Fox's for it.
Oh, yeah. And
So I had one of the very first 30, I guess the 35, maybe 35. That had the green color to it, we were trying to
right.
or what that, of course, flaked off later
Right.
and so forth.
Right.
But I ran that engine a long time. That's pretty good engine.
Yeah, that's supposedly a Stun engine, the green one that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the Orwick, that's what he patented.
Right. Originally, it was a Orwick design, and it was just he had bought I Johnson bought the Orwick line, and those were left over from Orwick, and then he sold them to Johnson's. And then from then on.
I think he made the, in fact, it said Johnson right in the case and everything.
Oh yeah, he changed the die and put Johnson on it, but originally they were Orwick.
There it is.
They put the Johnson line.
There it is.
They just changed it. They called it the small shaft.
Yeah, it was a smaller engine and they were physically smaller, lighter.
Right, they were smaller than the
They had
regular.
a smaller portion.
And then you got the camera 15 and the 19. I got the 19.
I never had any yet.
Yeah, that was common back in the 50s.
3/4. Oh, I ran those a long time ago. I'm getting 35, I guess, 29, 31 with rear angled intake. And I do have one with front intake. I think
Oh, the bathtub? You had a bathtub?
Sure did. I don't know, it's gone, but, and I don't know, I think I had that one with me when I was in the Army too, so I probably got rid of it somehow, for some reason. I got a few candies.
See, this is, and then you change the detail by the 35, got the column. Yeah, I got that one. Right, the Vol6.
Yeah, there you go.
And this one don't have the column.
Yeah, I've got some.
Oh, look at the stick panel down here. Oh, that's nice.
On my head, I had one.
And Berkeley kits. All those little parts. Berkeley kits.
Yeah, one was real good. We had a good. You want one to run? Well, that's about what they would go for in Mecca.
See your brain working.
Better than most of them.
Miss World's Fair flies 1 mile. Oh, cool. Firefly.
35.
While we're
walk, if you don't mind me walking.
No, that's okay.
This is a little bit of Wilbur Wright Brothers Museum. This is all new stuff. They're gliders.
Takes the model, builds it, goes outside expecting it to fall straight to the ground, so you can take it over to the trash can. And in fact, it takes off and flies. Look at his eyes, look at his mouth as it drops open. The wonder that this thing really worked and did it with his own hands. Then you understand why aviation education is so important. This is our heritage. This is also our future.
Here at the Academy, one of our goals is to bring modeling to the forefront, make it recognizable to the general public. Our work many times focuses on how does a model club or modeling group dovetail and become part of the community. So it really becomes a two industry. Models are provided with a place to participate in their sport, share it with others, but the community also benefits from their experience. Individual modeling is also their countries as organized. Thousands of AMA affiliates and clubs. These clubs work actively within their local communities, creating many town mock airplane flying sites, crafting places for modelers to fly their airplanes, as well as opportunities for other students to enjoy modeling.
Job opening here, and well, here I am.
It's a neat I like it.
It does. More trees. It's weird, the trees.
Not me.
Oh, yeah?
We get much west of Omaha.
Okay, I was lost.
Yeah. Hey, Karen. No, me and Shelley are inside. Yeah. We're right behind you. You kind of look behind you at an angle. We didn't see you sit. Okay, is it still raining? She thought somebody in a van like us went by the building.
Behave yourself? Of course.
Watch out for these guys. These guys are bad news.
Okay. Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
Good, I'm Carl Morelli. Nice
Hi,
to meet
Herm
you.
Schreiner. Glad to know you.
Yeah, thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
You guys all set to go back out in the rain or not?
Where do you live?
In North.
Yeah, that's for sure. Not quite raining quite as bad as it was before. Still raining though. The lake is still confined to being in the lake. I guess that's an advantage. It actually does look like it's letting up a little bit, but we'll find out when we get back to the field. No, we didn't get any of the second round because the rain and the wind were just to the point where there's no point. Everybody, oh, he crashed? What happened? I wasn't even watching. Did he have a problem?
I don't know.
We just run out of gas? Oh man, we don't even know. There's been, well, the wind has really been out of control. No, maybe he just finished his flight and we've been wiping the planes off, putting everything away. And as we come up to the end of the round, it looks like everybody's going to get a flight, but you can see it's moving in already. We're in Muncie and it's going bye-bye quick, very quickly. I think there's still a couple guys to fly.
The weather was going down.
We're in the pavilion and I can still hear the baby birds cheeping.
Vamos levantar acampamento. Bora. Será que está bom? Segundo bom amanhã.
It's even raining inside the pagoda. What does that tell you?
I don't think we trust it.
Those baby birds are still up there. It ain't raining in a nest, so. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd the plane go? Oh, he's walking away. Plane's way out of the circle. Yeah. Like everybody's enjoying this, right?
Seafarers are home from the sea.
weather?
I got the best. Yeah, it was about like it is right now.
Oh yeah? Well, you know, Paul and I were going to drive up and say, well, what's the matter with you guys? Nobody's flying. Can we fly?
Sure, why not? Jump right in there. Put me in, coach.
We need a little practice.
Yeah.
You know?
Give us a jackabone. There's one after Bob, too.
Yeah, that's Brick House.
Alan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's out there now. Yeah.
He's got that flight we all wish for, the last flight of the day.
Is that official?
Yeah, this is official. There's one more to go.
Yes. One more to go, that's it.
How's your flight, John?
Yeah, it wasn't until the third year. I passed. I passed. Well, I tell you, I got to.
You gonna wreck your plane out there. You gotta be crazy.
What am I got to prove? I don't prove nothing. How about that? If the weather's nice tomorrow, I'll fly. If it isn't, I pass. What the hell? And if the weather, the day after the weather's nice, I'll get a couple flights in. Who gives a rat's ass anymore? I'm not out here to compete with anybody. I'm out here to have some fun.
Well, I was willing to fly in the rain.
Did you take a pass, Bob?
When it comes
I
around here,
flamed out because of water in the Ventura.
Oh. You didn't hurt the plane, though, right?
I flamed out right when I snapped up window for window.
Oh.
You've been there, done that.
Yes, sir. You were big as God is my witness.
I had enough altitude to run.
Yeah, good, good.
this wind, yeah, I saw that.
I'm amazed nobody lost the plane today.
Yeah, that's great.
It's an amazing thing not to have a no-hitter going even this late into the game.
If I felt comfortable, I said, oh, the first half was nice.
Right now, the wind ain't that bad.
Yeah, I really, you were lucky to have it available. Just enough. Just enough.
Wind dying down a little.
Yes, it did. But the rain is here.
Yeah, again.
Yeah, it's a combination of both. The rain dies and the wind comes up, and then you get the rain and the wind.
Well, I hope he calls it. There ain't no sense in doing another round.
I don't think the judges are looking forward to staying out there for another 3 hours.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think
Everybody got a one shot here anyway.
They'll never judge again.
Yeah.
If we'd have had the witch and the Wizard of Oz, she's been melted out there.
That's right.
He's on a hell of a flight.
Well, there's how it works with the wind thing.
Yeah, the air died down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know the problem? You get all comfortable here thinking that's it, and then you get a gust right when you don't need it.
It's still blowing pretty good. We're shallow.
No, it's not gusting up like it was the last half an hour or so. It was gusting pretty wild out
That's
there.
a pretty good wind.
I'm just glad it's over. Glad the plane's in the car and the windows are shut.
Absolutely. Safe.
Safe. Get out the hairdryer tonight, dry my shoes.
Jimmy, you passed, I noticed, right? Good.
Smart move.
Yeah.
Smart move. You ain't going anywhere. You're not going anywhere today.
I'm waiting for it to slow down a second, Jack, so I can put it back.
Let's come up to Mason. John, you made the smartest
I thought you
move
wanted
of the
to
day.
take a practice flight.
I did. He said, yeah, you passed. I said, thanks.
Bob,
John.
I thought you wanted to take a practice flight.
Bob, we have your practice flight from yesterday. If you want to watch it, you'll sit in the car with the heater on and a cup of coffee and watch it. That'll work. A great day for a Pampa meeting, I say that.
We got a pilots meeting after this, right?
What time is it? 7 o'clock.
7.
At headquarters.
2 o'clock. Now, what time is the meeting?
7.
7 o'clock?
Yeah.
We're at headquarters, right?
Yeah, 2 o'clock, yeah, right?
Yeah, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, Bob did. Whoa, 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 he fell down. He fell down. Saved the plane?
Yeah.
All right. Wait, he fell down again. I hope he's okay. Take it easy, baby. Take it easy. Hey! Woo! All right, Bobby.
That was pretty cool. We pulled the Bob Giesky. Remember that year? Oh,
Yeah, Bob Giesky fell down, hit his head or something.
he was on the floor, on the ground.
He was down for the count.
Twice, slipping like a snake, trying to push the piece of plane out.
Slipping on it. His shoes are slippery or something.
What I want to know is who's the guy that flew before me and squirted that fuel on the floor?
No, he stays with that.
Don't fall now.
Easy, Bob. Easy, easy, baby. Easy. Bring it in. Bring it in.
All right, you're downwind. Okay.
All right. Hey! Woo! Still wish he was back at Brodax.
These guys take off.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Danny had a lucky takeoff. We got that.
Well, I tell you. Why do you take off?
Real great for like a quarter lap, then hopped up.
Yeah.
Still downwind.
Yeah.
I don't really know why it did that.
Yeah, but the air is swirling and everything. Everything's crazy's happening
I'm
here.
like, dude, look at this, man. It's gonna work.
Yeah. Yeah, right. After you go to first base, and then you're thinking, boy, all my friends are watching me now. Ha ha. And then boom, doink.
But I tell you what, the rest of the flight went pretty good. I'm happy.
Yeah, it was a good flight. We watched it.
Yeah, it was good play.
Definitely, we'll take that one.
Yeah, you may only have the opportunity to
Take that one. Well, then I'm happy with it. Yeah, we'll take it.
The way it's looking, that may be it.
Come on, Alan.
That was a good takeoff.
Back down and up again. So I wonder if there's...
Well, does it count if it breaks the water but doesn't break the ground?
What's that? When you lift off the water.
Yeah, that. Where do they count the 15 feet starting from?
Suction. Them foam wheels I got, man, sucked up all that water.
You got to wring your wheels out at the end of the flight.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, you try to get a guy interested in being part of the sport, you bring him out today, he sees what we're doing.
Yeah.
He says, what are you guys out of your mind? I'd rather be in prison. Rather be in a Mexican jail and be here. Yeah, now's the time you want to have your best friend say, oh, your needle valve fell out. Look, it goes in and it goes out. Where was it now? At 6 o'clock? Oh, no, 8 o'clock? Oh.
Well, the Tootsie Roll, how many licks does it take to get to the center? How many turns do you have to turn to get it out? This is loose.
Mister, this lead on the side of your burr was loose, but I tightened it up.
Whoa, he got hit there a little bit. See, that's the worst part, when it's not blowing and then you get cocky. And then you get whacked with one of these bowling balls flying across the field.
You can watch it. Watch it when it gets about right there around that 10 if you watch it. Every time.
Yep.
Well, I wonder, like, if Valco's playing, if you got enough water around the battery, if you could hurt the battery. They're pretty waterproof, aren't they? You can't.
The battery would be fairly. The speed controller.
Something would get wet and short out, and it'd be a problem. Yeah.
The motors would be all right. Yeah.
Because you're running big wires, you know, relatively big wires. They're all insulated.
I've seen more than one go uphill.
Oh yeah.
Come around. Me, I would have had.
Yeah, you'd have been visiting downtown Muncie.
I had to go to the other side of the circle.
He got a little bit of wind there.
Hey, John, you got ones like mine where it's actually pointed up.
You know what I love too? It seems like as you go to half a lap from downwind to upwind,
Well, mine's just too heavy.
to enter the overhead 8,
Come around
you
here.
always feel a big blast. You say, what the heck?
You gotta come up and around. In this wind, I couldn't do anything with it. I could fly it.
Ah, you got through it. All right is right.
Man, that is a test.
That's the test when you're not on your knees.
Right here's the test, right here. Right.
Hey! Woo! Hey, Alan!
Isn't real good, and we have a full round in. That is round 1. Tomorrow we will start first thing. You'll fly on the same circles, and we will fly round 2. Okay? Does everybody understand that? Now, the predictions for the weather are that there's going to be scattered showers. It's not going to be to this degree. I don't know how much we're going to get in, but we will do our very best to get. It shouldn't be a problem getting one round in. If we can get a round in with this stuff, we can get a round in with tomorrow. And my reasoning behind that is the fact that you will then have 2 flights on the same circle in front of the same judges, and we will take the better flight of the 2 if everything goes to hell in a handbasket. Okay?
Oh, I see.
Or, okay, but that's the way it's going to be.
Yeah, if it gets bad.
And if the weather is better than expected, then we will go into round 3 and try to get round 3 done as well. And if we get through round 3, then we will use that score from round 3, your better score from round 1 or 2 for the total for the final, for the advanced finals and the top 20 for the open flyers. We will continue with the same format as we had, is that the advanced flyers will fly first tomorrow, so you can look at round 2 and you know where you're going to fly and you know in what order. Okay?
Okay,
Thank you.
good. Sounds good.
Hey! Now, one of the joys of coming to Muncie each year is we get to have an annual Pampa meeting. And because I'm on the board of directors or whatever I am, executive council, we get to come an hour early. Well, a lot of guys always complain you're missing good quality flying time. I don't think anybody will be complaining about that tonight. And they really do have a nice facility here. It's an exceptionally nice facility, really nice. Anyway, this is the second floor of the AMA facility. Looking down at it. P6E over here. Look at that, I didn't even notice they had a fish tank. I don't see any fish.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, we're all set. Yep, I sure do. Yeah, we already did that. We saw that was working, and Warren didn't tell us which sound system to expect. So we're all set. Thanks a million.
So we had a great Pampa meeting. Looked like they made some good progress on a lot of issues. And look at the sunset. Now, the weather report for tomorrow says chance of thunder showers. Well, let's hope it's better than today. Well, this morning the weather report is 60% chance of rain, up to an inch. I guess we're just going to have to see how it unfolds. Wednesday morning on the way to the field. Some idea how blustery it is, and we're not even to the field yet. Now yesterday, the wind and the rain, some people got bad wind and rain, some people got bad wind, no rain, some people got even worse rain and wind at the same time. It was a pretty exciting day. I'm not so sure today's not going to be just as exciting. Well, we have no rain yet. A little bit of wind blowing. They've already started the advanced class. We're going to try to do some tripod shots. Well, no rain so far. Just got to deal with the breeze. that's it. And it's really flyable right now. It's really not bad at all, relative to yesterday. Whoop, a little weather vane going on there. Hey, hey, he's ready.
Okay. Thank you. If anybody's flying right now is the time to turn one in.
Right now.
Right now.
Do it now.
Do it now, yep.
If there are any flyers who want to practice on the grass circle,
Pick up a little bit of an old Drindax flight here, walking on the sun. We have the technology. I've flown this, I don't know if was this one an old plane? Flew really well. Muffled PA. Nice bright paint. Did his own job of mixing the paint, the dye in with Brodak dope, however he did it. Old Drindak uses a very unique custom handle that he designed. And he does that great little survey for us every year with all the different technology items, what props and motors people are using, and size the planes are, various things that he compiles for stunt news. Old Drindak, New York. How many more you got to go, Rich?
I'm not sure. Can you give me a launch?
That's why I'm here.
All right, what a guy.
And to videotape your quest into mortality with the Stuka Air Force. Larry Drawn.
Wind is pretty up top right now. Yes, it will.
You give it another hour, it's coming.
We got his first slide in, and I thought, we got 5 minutes left. Everything went right. Got good hit right over your eye. Well, I just got my goal. It's 50 minutes.
Yeah, well, on the radar screen, there was stuff coming.
Rolled in a little bit.
Now, this is built from one of Al's kits. One of those laser cut kits, I think.
Yes.
And it's got a Sato 72. I just didn't, I couldn't, yeah, it's definitely got a 4-stroke.
Not a lot of telephone time between him and I.
After Phil.
You're 8th, Rich?
9th.
9th? What is Larry, do you know, like 5th or something?
I think he's 3rd.
Oh, you got a ways then, okay.
3rd or 4th.
I'll get a new battery for the camera. Make sure we don't run out of battery.
I think a couple of people canceled out.
Yeah, but the problem is, it could go 2 or 3 people right in a row.
I know.
And you're stuck, so you better be ready.
I'm ready.
All right, you're ready, baby.
When I fly out, those big red tail like that, it's really bad that time. You gotta fly your airplane the way it allows. And he's gonna have to fly the than watching that other time.
When is Kent up? Do you know when Kent is up? He's on your circle. Kent, when are you up?
You're up after Rich?
No, well, we gotta go through the advance.
You gotta go through the whole advance thing. There's like 10 more advance left.
Oh, you're in the circle. Oh, I'm probably going to go ahead and pass.
Oh, are you?
Probably. He's kind of rusty out there in the crop on this side. Back up the way I'm bald. Right. Last right, and he's in the right place. Wave it off, baby. About this line, maybe 25, they figure it out.
What engine is that again?
Sato, 72.
76?
72.
It's chuggling along.
Yeah. It's got a nice gap in the air here. It's definitely manageable.
I know it. I mean, we had, I know I have to do it. I know I have to drive. It would never be a question of get there. You just have to stand flat-footed and deal with the wind.
Today ought to be a piece of cake compared to yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a problem on my circle with the Brazilians. Let me explain to you what happened. There's a Brazilian last and advanced, and then first and second, and I'm third. Well, but you know. as we walk the flight line here, it's so far it's hanging tough. Those birds fled yet?
Yeah.
We're walking a flight line. Trying to get everybody on here, trying to include everybody. Mustangs, Mustangs everywhere. Anyway, we're gonna go down the other circle. We want to get Rich Jacobone's flight. He took a pass yesterday. Like to get his flight through.
Hello, Wendy.
You're in trouble, boy.
Doing what occupies our time here?
This is what the Nats is all about. Are you gonna give him a launch? You're gonna take? Huh?
John said he's got him. I mean, I'll launch him if you want me to.
Rich, you all set to go? Okay. One more. You're after Phil?
Yeah, I'm going to go down the other end.
All right. No, I'm going to video you.
Okay.
I don't care where you go. I can find you.
You want to give me a launch?
You want me to? Okay. I just felt the first raindrop of the day. And next up on deck is going to be our very special friend, Rich Jacobone. He's waiting for Phil Nichols' flight to finish. So we'll look at the pit action down this side. Rich's the last little coaching from Kent Tyser here. And sometimes this is the most memorable part of the Nats, all the BS that gets thrown around in the pits. Sometimes you forget the flights, but you always remember the stories. Rich Jacobone. Looks like he's got a nice gap in the air here. It's blowing. We thought it was going to blow a lot worse based on yesterday, but so far so good. Nice takeoff, Rich. All right. Larry had a pretty nice flight. I got Larry's flight, the whole flight, with the Bearcat.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So far, so good. As long as it never gets worse than this, it'll be a fine day. Well, it's a Cardinal. How do you expect it to not to fly? I don't know. You're all caught up in some other technology. An ass whipping is in order. You flew my plane last year. That's what you should build. I'm not biased. That's some pretty crappy air in Hampton, too. Come on, Rich. At least he didn't leave out the hourglass, huh?
No, he was pulling like crap on that bottom.
I'll bet.
He was pulling.
Come on, Richie, baby. He's getting through fine. No, he's going through. Once you're through that, it's over.
Yeah, I'm gonna think that's a good one. Wheel on my back right here.
Rich Jacobone. Wednesday official, which actually is the second official. What are you doing, signing up a shirt for Woody?
Yeah.
Oh, here comes the rain.
She did. All right.
Woody, get better.
Yes, good.
And right at the end of Rich's flight, the rain is just starting to come down. Just starting. Right. Rich's last maneuver or two. They haven't fledged yet. The greatest smell in model aviation, emptying the commodes. Woo! And the wind is blowing it right in our face. Woo! Talk about your flight stinks. And we're getting a couple drops of rain, but so far the wind isn't getting any worse.
See you later, Wendy.
Do you have anything you want to say? Double my pay. Oh, just stay like it is now. It's stunned heaven.
Well,
I never thought I'd say it. It is heaven out
There
there.
won't no raindrops.
We're only at 18 miles an hour.
It messes up the Sharpie.
Oh. There's something about Alan Brickhouse. He puts the plane out and it starts raining. Now what? Has God been smiling on you, Alan? Is there... The water's part for this man. It's unbelievable.
Kind of like nitromethane. I used to accumulate water.
He's hydrous.
There's a positive outlook on life. Today you won't have to water the flowers and there'll be some big...
Boy, that was a lucky, no, it's hawky on the edge of that circle when I was flying. As you come around, it's rolling up over that edge. Yeah. Danny Banjock, this first flight today, but actually it is the second official of yesterday. But again, today relative to yesterday, today's a walk in the park. There's nothing. I'd say the wind is probably 5 miles an hour less than yesterday, toward the end of the day when it really got nasty. But obviously, if it's your turn to fly, you gotta fly. And there's a famous saying, when Chuck Noll was the Super Bowl Coach of the Year, he had a great saying. They interviewed him that said, Mel, it may snow in Chicago. And he said, don't worry, the snow falls equally on both sides of the field. So, we're just hoping we're gonna not have any crashes today. Oh, nice, Danny, baby. Nice wing over. Danny is due for a big win here. I hope he's going to do well. I think he's second on his circle. I don't know who's first, but I hope he catches him. I'm rooting for you, Danny. And you got to see this plane up close. Beautifully finished. I don't know if you got second or third row or what, but it sure is a beautiful plane. Very unique, very unusual. Looks great in flight. The profile really looks nice in the square maneuvers. And of course those wheel pants, which I don't get to use on a Testarossa because of the way it lands and the way it affects the vertical CG, but apparently he figured that out better than me, so. I've been already thinking I may, when we get back from this, I may make another set of wheel pants. But we'll see. We'll see where it all shakes out. Truly one of the best fly anything, anytime, anywhere flyers. The king of the Philly Flyers, Danny Banjack. And boy, he was flying good at Brodax. He was leading the pack right to the end. And I think he's due for a win. I smell it. Win that circle today and I'll be happy, but we'll see. This plane it looks exactly like a Tiger Cat wing as I look at it. Thick out at the tip. I wouldn't be surprised if it's very close to being what a Tiger Cat is. Sato 72. Now I think, but I'm not sure, that when Vanny first flew this plane, he was using a Zetron and a throttle, but I know he doesn't have it in there now, and I don't know why. I'll have to talk to him later. And that little stick, the pilot stick, is the switch that turns the Zetron on and off. Kind of cool. It didn't seem to hurt anything. Through the viewfinder, didn't hurt a thing.
Yeah, it still seemed to have the driving power.
Yeah,
it was visible to me.
I didn't even notice it.
It's hurried from outside of the chain. It's just noticing.
Yeah, but you're overdoing it here. You know, you got to go to war with the army you got.
Right, yeah.
Too late to draft new troops.
Oh, I know, man.
That's flying good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm happy.
Next up is going to be Rich Oliver. He's fueling up now for his second official, which is really the first flight today is the second official from yesterday.
acho mais de longe, ainda tá encharcado.
Você pediu tentativa?
What? I don't want to be too inquisitive, but what are we doing? Does your grandfather know you're playing with toys? Now the guy's gonna go to get his electric started and the battery's dead. Ted Fancher's second flight, second official, being flown as Flight 2 today. Still Wednesday and a few drops of rain are falling, but it's not raining. Certainly not at the point where it would affect any flying.